O'Neill with peepscookbook.com. Be sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel and let me know what you think. If you're a Peeps fan like I am. And this is Pete Peeps. He's new to the family. Say hello, Pete. Cute. So today's recipe is going to be Peeps B&J, the classic. I know. It'll remind you of when you were, in elementary school and open up your lunchbox and yes, they fit in the lunchbox. Yes, they do. Yeah, you just wrap them in a little bag. Yeah, it's messy. Okay, all right. We'll use a Tupperware container. Would that make you happy? Okay. So, you will need bread, peanut butter, jam, and of course, Peeps. Yeah. So, you also need, because it's all about display, it's about presentation. You will need something to cut the bread into rounds. We'll want to rest the Peeps butts on the round. So you have your bread, and then you'll need to test to make sure that the round is big enough for the Peeps butt. So this is how you do it. You do the dip test. See? No interference, it doesn't bump around. Plenty of room. You could do it upside down too if you wanted. And they're just trapped in there, and you can see that there's a little room around their butts. And the blue ones, easy peasy. Because you know what? All Peeps have different size butts. They're kind of like people. They have their own individual butt size. And so you can tell, well, that's not a very good example. I'll get a better one. Yeah. There is a variance there where the blue butt is smaller than the yellow butt. Now, I think that we'll be going with this cutter because the rim is thinner and we'll get a smoother cut in the round on the bread. So you take your cutter, your glass cutter. It's not a glass cutter, but it's a glass that cuts. Well, actually it doesn't cut, it kind of mushes and separates. So you get your glass musher separator and you put it on the bread and press and twist. Twisting is elemental. Make sure you're twisting. And there you have your little bread round. You clean up the edges. Perfect size. And we'll test it with the Peep butt. Yay. And with the blue butt. Yay again. So you make several of those. Oh. Here. You like that? Yeah. Looks a little Hawaiian. Kind of like a leg. And then you get your peanut butter. And hopefully you've mixed it up. This is that organic kind where you have to mix it all up. Now you can use Jif, you can use Skippy. It's a little easier to spread. And as far as the bread goes, you can use any kind of bread you want. If you're gluten intolerant, you'd want to use gluten-free, of course. This also works on, you know what, I've got some right here, some rice crackers. It works really well on rice crackers. You have a little more butt room for the Peep, which is always, you want to consider the Peeps butts. Make sure that they're comfy. They have feelings too. And see, plenty of room for a Peeps butt right there if you're gluten intolerant and you want to, or celiac, and you want to use rice crackers or gluten-free bread. Now I'm using organic, soft grain, a good source of fiber, it says, bread, and it's, brown, what is it? It just says 10 grain bread, so it's brown. So it might be more aesthetically pleasing to use white, and really, if you're making Peeps B&J, you're not all that health conscious anyway, so you might as well go for Wonder Bread at that point. Yep. Yes, yeah. Yeah, they could use French bread if they wanted, might add a little tang, that's true, good point. Yeah, can we go? We'll have this discussion later, all right? I'd like to finish the recipe. People are watching. Yeah, all right. So you take your peanut butter that you've, it's still kind of cookie, but you'll get the idea. And spread the peanut butter on the round. You want to make it even. Now, one of the real benefits of making PB&Js is that it's a really good adhesive for Peeps butts. Peeps butts. Peeps butts. Say that 5 times really fast. And so you put your sticky Peep, put your Peep right on that peanut butter there, and let's see if I can do it. Doesn't come off, and I'm not holding on to it. I don't know if you can see that, but I'm not holding on to it. It's just awkward because the bread's... I should have brought a towel. So you have your peanut butter part and your bread part. I got peanut butter in my nose. Or your rice cake. Then the J. So I have blackberry jam here. It's what I had in the refrigerator. You know, just use stuff you have lying around the house. If you have peanut butter and jelly and Peeps and bread, just use those. And you take some jam on your spoon and you give your Peep a little jam hat. That's a little bit more of a jam mohawk, but you know, it's cool. Peeps are cool. They're hip. And then you continue the process until you have a plethora of Peeps B&J, and it makes a very nice party platter. If you're going to an Easter party, or if you're going to the races and you want a little snack, they look lovely on a platter. You can use different colored Peeps, blue, yellow, purple. I, of course, am not a fan of the bunnies. I don't think they are true Peeps. I'm a purist. I go with the yellow, like Pete. Because bunnies don't peep, do they? No. Nor do Christmas trees. I really can't wrap my head around that, but that's for another video. So that's Peeps B&J. I hope you've enjoyed this. Subscribe to my channel, Peeps Fun, and let me know what you think, and like it, and watch it again, and tell your friends. And check out the blog, where the recipes are actually written down with an equally as intellectual preamble. And I'll see you in the next video. Enjoy. Let's see how it tastes. And it's okay. Not the least bit disgusting. You have fun.